Welcome back to Fallout New Vegas. This is part, I think, 29. Let me check. You might be hearing some weird noises. I'm eating breakfast. Give me a Pop-Tart. It's funny to say it like that. This is episode 29. Right, well, let's go. Give me a second. No. Where the heck am I? In the farm. Well, I was just covering that before I went up. I don't remember what I was doing. I was discovering what the heck this was when I went up the road. There we go, finally back to where it was. Made no sense why that goes. Well, my dog's eating as well, so... Well, technically he's the only one eating. Got my food beside me, but I'm not eating it right now. Talk about a heck of a caravan.
Hey there, need anything?
I'd like to see your wares.
Sure, here's what I got.
Boom, be quiet. You're fine. What are you whining for?
Hey there, need anything?
I just put you in there like 2 minutes ago.
Sure. Here's what I got.
Shh.
Hey there.
Howdy there, partner. My story's a long one, friend, and I can't say as it's all that interesting. Well, I was born in a little town out Montana way. Me and Ma didn't have much ever since my pa up and left. That he did. Never did know why. Ma always said he was a real mysterious fella, even when he was with her. Like he was a stranger sometimes. Maybe I just never felt like I belonged back home. It sure wasn't easy. Ma worked her fingers to the bone to make sure we had enough to survive, and I worked the coal mines from when I was 15. After Ma died, I guess I wanted to find my pa and get some answers from him. Been out here looking ever since, but he ain't an easy man to find. Can't say as I really know. Maybe I'll just ask him why. Maybe I'll punch him right in the mouth. Hell, the more I talk about it, the more the whole damn thing sounds like a dumb idea. Maybe I should. Don't suppose you know any place a fella with a guitar might find a job, huh? Ah, well, it was worth a shot. Oh, this whole thing? Why, thanks, friend. This here guitar is just about the only thing my daddy left me. Just about my whole life, ever since my daddy left Ma and me and went off to roam the wastes.
Welcome to the 180. Name's Michelle. My dad and me run this store. His name's Samuel. I take the day shift and he takes nights. We came here about a month ago when Prim went to hell on account of the prison break north of there. Found a bin to call home and set up shop. Have a look.
Excuse me.
Thanks.
They're just something I don't know whether I've got enough crap for.
No offense, but you look like you've traveled a long way down some bad roads. Where'd you come from? Wow, you have come a long way then. I've never been there, but I've met some traders who pass that way. Well, welcome then. I'm Veronica. I live in a hole in the ground. Well, a bunker, if you want to get technical. I think it sounds more interesting my way. But I'm not there much anymore. I'm usually out here picking up food and supplies for my family. Whatever they need. Yeah, I'm not worried. They can handle themselves. But I had a run-in with this group calling themselves the Brotherhood of Steel. Pretty strange bunch. Do you know anything about them?
Yep, I have enough.
Well, that shouldn't be a problem for me. I can't afford anything like that. Hey, so where are you headed anyway? This is quite a journey you're going on then. Must be an interesting relationship to have brought you up. I'll be honest. You're the first person I've run across out here that looks like he can really handle himself. There are places I've never been to that'd be too dangerous for just me. What do you think? Maybe we could travel together. Help each other out. Like I said, they can handle the... Aw, you're...
Yeah, I can send Boone home. Personally,
Fine by
if there's
me.
anything I want to take out. That Metallus Gladius.
Yeah, you and me both. Not my... Yeah, you and me both. Hey, I want to thank you for bringing me to Bitter Springs. Things seem clearer now.
I'm just gonna skip through all that.
All right. Guess I'll be...
Couldn't get enough of talking to me. Good. I hoped you'd come around. Shall we? Now you're talking. One thing you should know first, though. I asked you about the Brotherhood because I'm one of them. I know, but I had to know how you'd react when I told you. We've made a lot of enemies. You still okay bringing me along? I'm great at punching people. I'm not gonna lie. It's a gift. Well, thanks for taking a chance on a naive young girl from California with stars in her eyes and a pneumatic gauntlet on her hand. Let's hit the road, huh?
Give me a second.
You a merc? Because you don't look like a prospector. Hell yes, sir. Well, not officially. Not anymore. They mustered me out a year ago. Administrative discharge. Staff Sergeant, 3rd Platoon Bravo Company. I was at the dam when the Legion hit us 3 years back. That was a shitstorm, and don't let anybody tell you different. The brass tried to play it down, but most of them were back at McCarran. I didn't. My CO ordered me to flog a couple deserters, and I told him to eat shit. So they kicked me out for insubordination. Those kids didn't desert. They just got liquored up on the strip and missed roll call. I don't know what else the brass expects. Half these kids don't get more than 2 weeks of training before they ship them out here. Going home didn't feel right. Not with those savages camped on the other side of the river sharpening their knives. And I still get to see my old platoon when they pass through here. Make sure the new CO is treating them right, and sneak them extra ammo. Anyway, I was always complaining about the standard issue gear. The new kids don't even get body armor. Can you believe that? Vegas is bleeding us dry. We're tossing caps at 100 different problems, while Caesar bides his time and lets us wear ourselves out. This war is gonna bankrupt the NCR unless we finish off the Legion fast and dirty. We shouldn't be perched up at the dam. We ought to be crossing the Colorado and sticking a boot up Caesar's ass.
Does jumping at them with my fists count as ranged? You're making me carry the heavy stuff, aren't you? Ooh, got something good for me? Is it a dress? making me carry the heavy stuff,
You
aren't
ain't
you?
gonna use it, then
Yes! Finally! Everything is coming up for Veronica.
alright, I'm gonna like try to upgrade her.
Ordinary guys with knives and bullets, and they're taking over Nevada. You can't help but notice that the Brotherhood barely exists to these people out here. We're like an urban myth, no real presence on the outside. We just don't adapt like we should. Used to be that all you needed to get your way was a suit of power armor and a laser rifle. Now, people are armed and organized. They're not afraid. But we still stick to our old approach because it's all we know. I think you're right. We're getting desperate. Hardly enough people to sustain ourselves as a chapter. We'll see the light, sooner or later. But I get the feeling if I don't take matters into my own hands, the change won't come in time to make a difference. See you around.
Just give me a second. As I said, I was eating. Gotta go refill. Alright, I'm back.
There's a lot more troops here than we thought. No wonder we couldn't hold Helios 1.
And that's my cue.
You know, I've been thinking. The real problem with the Brotherhood is that we isolate ourselves. Our training is top-notch, Our technology gives us an advantage, but when it all comes down to it, we're losing because we shun the outside world. We always make enemies, never allies. We refuse to recruit outsiders or see the value in their simpler technologies. I don't know. I'm still thinking about what kind of role we could take on that would give us the best chance of survival. But I think things are starting to come together. I know the odds aren't good, but I've got to try. I can't lose them.
And here's the next step.
A pleasure to meet you. I'm Dr. Thomas Hildern, Director of Operations, OSI East. I presume you're here about Vault 22? Wonderful. Straight to it then. Have you signed the release forms? No? Doesn't matter. We'll keep that to ourselves. Vault 22. Where to begin? Imagine, if you will, the wasteland in bloom. Vast fields of corn that grow from seeds and produce their bounty in the space of a month. Orchards of trees, their branches weighed halfway to the ground, hung with fat, ripe oranges, a harvest that could feed a city or a nation. And all this, requiring no more than a few drops of precious water and the efforts of only a handful of human farmers. Impossible? Precisely. Science has proven that truth 1,000 times over. But how many wasteland savages believe it? Present company accepted, of course. The bounty I described to you is no idle fantasy. It exists in primitive form only a few miles from where we stand. We need only reach out and unlock its secret. For that, the OSI needs you. Good. I thought I sensed the kindred soul in you, beneath the wasteland veneer. I believe that the inhabitants of Vault 22 unlock the secrets of vegetative growth. Plants are spilling from their gate. No one tends them. No one waters them. Yet they multiply and spread in all directions. Find the reason for this miraculous growth, and I promise you the OSI will see that you are generously compensated. Good. Vaults typically contain a server room on a lower level, where they would have backed up their research data. A computer room, you understand? Download all the information on the central server to your Pip-Boy, and you'll be certain to bring me any notes or samples that you find, won't you? I thought it was a fairly straightforward assignment. It's a simple question of retrieving the data, which shouldn't prove open. Downloading the data will be handled by your Pip-Boy. You might think of yourself as a mere means of conveyance. No insult intended, of course. Best of luck to you.
Did Dr. Hildern, this really isn't any of my business, but did he give you a job? I shouldn't say anything. There were a lot of mercs, one after another. None of them came back. Then about a week ago, there was a scientist, Keeley. She's unusual. Not the sort of person you'd expect, but she's an absolute genius, and he didn't mention her? Not even her name? Or any of the other mercs? But now he's hired you, which means one of two things. Either he heard back from Keeley, and she failed, or he's given up on her. Listen, I make a fair wage, but I'm not rich, not by any means. But I'm willing to pay.
I'm just gonna go through this real quickly. Darn it.
He's not what you'd call warm. He sure does. Everyone knows it. I've just got to endure this job until the project. But abandoning Keeley, it's...
What's up?
What the? Well, give me a massive.
Even the stupid NCR is
Oh, there we
investing
go.
in new research. We're getting left in the dust.
Hey, you got a sec?
The Brotherhood is failing. I've always known that. If we don't change course, we're going to fall apart, or fade away. But until recently, I haven't understood where we went wrong, or how to fix it. I think I need to go home. Great! Thanks! Thank you! I'll encourage people to name their non-ugly children after me. Seriously.
Oh, wait there.
Trouble.
Heading up.
Pick up these powder charges. There's one. Two.
I'd like a large atomic shake and a double Brahmin burger. And easy on the agave sauce this time.
We gave you a password, Veronica. It's for your safety.
I know where you live, Ramos. Open up.
For Pete's sake. Opening up. Welcome back, Veronica.
Let's see how long. 37.
Listen up. I'm in charge of security around, and I can't say I'm too happy about having an outsider waltzing around. But since you came in with Veronica, I'm inclined to cut you a little slack. Just behave yourself, and we won't have any. My office is right here in case you need anything. Behave yourself this time, Veronica.
McNamara's done a pretty good job.
Alright, this episode's getting really long, so yeah, I'm just gonna have to end it here. See you next time.